Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are here with none other than Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh boy, oh boy, Kanokari, let's fucking
Kano
go,
Kari.
boys.
So, of course, disclaimer. So, we have taken it upon ourselves to write these transmissions using our own knowledge of the Japanese language as well as a few liberties in how we interpret card ability and name text in order to get these done ahead of time, given that Bushiroad revealed the entire card list as of January 20, 2021, so the translations we write here will have some discrepancies when compared with those Heart of the Cards will provide after the release date of January 21, 2021 here in North America.
We are sure getting a lot of mileage out of that, aren't we?
So it seems. With that out of the way, we're gonna move over to our first card here. Ex-Girlfriend Mommy. 001,000 power. All of these cards have the rental girlfriend trait. So although when she is put onto the stage in your hand, you may pay the cost of pay 1 stock and clock yourself to search your deck for a level 1 or lower character and add it to your hand. And on attack, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a climax, you may bounce one of your opponent's characters.
Okay, the Riki effect, again, we've seen this a billion times. Bushiroad is, well, here's your traditional back. You guys can fucking have it. Stop bitching. And when this card attack, okay, I like the bounce isn't restricted at all. Like, oh. You're about to reveal a climax. Here, have a courtesy bounce.
Right. Or you actually see something, or you know, you're a level 0, they play standby, you see that 1-1 in the back row, bye. Try again.
Or hell, if you're using this as a shitter at any other point in the game. Oh, costed creatures? No?
No, I'm gonna actually get some damage then on that lane.
Or play fairly if they're standby.
Yeah, play fairly. Like, oh, yeah. As long as it's not like a Jung in the front row.
Or, I was about to say, or any other hexproof. Oh, man. Or Otome. Well, you're SOL out of that one, man.
Yeah, but Otome is a different beast.
Yeah, I was about to say, she is really good. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Decapo. We're here to talk about Kanokari. Now, the thing with Mommy is, look, I don't know why Bushiroad was so afraid of the traditional the Akane ability. Like, remember a couple years ago when they just took this away from us and gave us variations of this?
Well, let's see. Okay, we've seen like a terrible variation where it's placed onto you take a cost 0 that has the same level or lower, equal to your own, place it onto any slot on the stage. Those are usually like budget options. You're usually like commons or uncommons.
I mean, there was a double rare Eins a few years ago that was Dig 3 Take 1.
Right, we have Dig 3 take a character. And sometimes they're just like, you guys get only crystals.
I mean, Krista isn't terrible.
It's
not.
not.
But at the same time, your yard is so tiny at this point, like...
You're usually playing this on no later than, like, your third turn of the game.
Right. Unless you're desperate. You know, you need shitters to attack with. But at the same time, you're not...
In general, floaters are good, people.
Yeah, floaters are amazing. Krista can be... You know, Krista, especially I've seen some sets get the on death version of Krista. I'm just going, man, that is easy to deal with. That is so
it's easier to deal with, but at least it has the upside of you can unironically field it as a turn 1 play and get the float back.
And not feel god awful.
Right. Whereas if you take like a traditional Akane or Krista here, like Mommy, you play it on turn 1, you're like, it dies and I gain anything out of it in response.
It did nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything. You swung for 2 damage. Every creature in the game swung for 2 damage.
Like nice.
Nice. You did. Even worse, if you triggered the climax.
Right.
Ooh.
At least the on death version of a Krista or even in Akane, will at least allow you to be like, okay, pay this climax out, go nuts.
I think that's why it's the End of the Battlefield version and not the On Death version for this card.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm just going, like, why? Like, I like that Bushiroad is experimenting with the additional text here.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, these are 2K.
Mm-hmm.
But since it does have the additional ability of the bounce, they had to detriment it by a K.
And I think it's honestly fair.
Fair enough. Now, why couldn't they make a bulky one? You know, a bulky variant.
Right, we have seen some of these bulky ones.
No, bulky at all times. You know, permanently bulky.
Was Finn not permanently bulky?
No, he's offense only.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
apparently having bulk floater is a little too OP for now.
I mean, in before we see Crimson Demon Genius as Akane. That would be absurdly good.
Yeah, let's hold off on that and hope. Let's see whether or not it happens by the end of this year. But you know, away from theoreticals, I think this is very, very much, you know, this is a good card. You can't go wrong with Akane's like ever.
This card is amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
I mean, come on, man. I don't even need to say what I'm giving this.
You don't. Cards are good, people. We sparkle at it.
Yep.
All right.
Oh. Prepare yourself.
Oh. Okay.
Mami, Nanami, 3/2, 9/5. When it's enters the battlefield, you may heal. And you may pitch a card with this attacks. If you do, Twin Drive. Climax combo. Okay. If you have the climax, since we've been dating, the choice trigger in your climax area, you may pay the cost of 2 at the end of this card's attack. If you do, look at up to the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, put the top 3 of your opponent's card, put up to 3 cards among them on top of your opponent's deck, and pitch the rest.
All right. So before I let Gavin go on this rant. So okay, first of all, Bushiroad, this joke is really not funny. First of all, because this joke stopped being funny ages ago. It never was a joke. 2. Okay, we kind of seen this ability somewhere before. More on that when we get to Gavin's little rant here. I say little, but it's probably not gonna be little. You know, it's definitely a lower cost to do it, and the idea is that this sets up for soul damage on a subsequent attack. Doesn't sound too shabby on paper. Now I pass the mic back to Gavin.
Okay, I suggest we make a timestamp here.
Oh,
I suggest we.
A timestamp.
This is gonna rival Kaede.
Here we go, people.
Alrighty, Bushiroad, you had one fucking job. What the fuck? Okay, first off, it's a 9/5. 9/5 that gains no additional power at all. Except via the climax. Whoopee. You're 10/5 at best. I mean, this barely kills early plays. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this can tie with Yun Yun. This ties with Jake. This can kill Aqua. Kaede. Okay? This can't even kill the 11Ks. The 11Ks that we've been seeing rampantly. Hakurine.
Right.
Finn and Jake.
Puck,
Ichika. And half of those that we just mentioned are early plays. They've been there. Sure, they don't do anything else, but they have bulk. And bulk is getting more and more important now.
Mm-hmm. Especially at later levels.
And in addition to cards that do anything, like it's now okay. This is going to be part of the rant, so it's funny because it's funny because, well, the original recipe, she was like 14,000. She fucking smashes whatever's in front of her. Sure, she dies in response. That's fine. You honestly didn't care. If your opponent isn't dead by then, you probably lost anyway. I mean, it's just soul sucking that makes me go, why is like this is so underpowered? Like, oh sure. Like, did they detriment the 500 threats for the twin drive? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
oh my god.
Because isn't like a typical like twin driver like 500 to 1,000 power under the base stat?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it is a 1,000 penalty. But at the same time, now, okay. Okay, onto the heel part. Bushy Road. This joke has never been funny. Literally, stop fucking doing this. Like, stop it. Literally, I can't. The only finisher I can think of that was printed in the last year or so that didn't heal is Ichika. Like, I was so surprised that Ichika was a Diglett. And I like that. But literally everything else that I play, I can think of that I play, is a bloody healer. And I'm like...
Always Shiki?
Oh yeah, Shiki. I forgot about Shiki. But besides those two, like, I can't think of a single deck that I own, that I actually play, that doesn't heal on its finisher. It makes me go, where's Bushiroad's originality? Like, sure, copy pasta is the name of the game in Weiss. Sure, I can accept that. But come on, is Bushiroad R&D that fucking lazy?
Like, I think the problem is we need to do away with as many multimodal cards as possible.
Like, that fucking lazy.
Like there's a reason why in some card games you can't have a card be both defensive and offensive.
Right. It's like, how should I say this? I'm going. Well, again, it's like saying it's basically, this problem basically rivals the Titans problem, and my co-host knows what the Titans problem is.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's like they like printing versions of the fucking Titans all the time. You know, Inferno Titan, Primeval, especially Primeval, Brave Titan, Frost Titan, Sun Titan. You know, they all have obnoxious enter the battlefield abilities, and they replicate those same abilities on attack. Like, legitimately speaking, the majority of finishers follow a very similar template. They all heal, and they all have some on-attack finisher style ability. You know, with varying costs and such. Hell, some of them don't even bloody attack! I'm looking at you, Mimsuba!
Yeah, like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, heal down, and then proceed to, like, attack with only one lane, because I already did a bunch of burn damage to you before that.
They didn't even bloody attack. And that's a problem.
One attack probably happens to you getting died to that climax placement ability.
Right. It just goes, okay, whatever happened to draw 2, ditch 1? Or, you know, dig 3, take 1? Or dig X?
Or hell, draw 1, discard 1, bounce 1.
or draw 1 plus 2,000 power.
Yeah, that hasn't been around for ages, huh?
Mikasa is the one I can think of.
That was the last one you could think of? Holy shit. That's like years ago.
That's 2017, dude.
Exactly.
That's 3 years ago. It's, you know, it's kind of funny because where I'm going, you know, I mean, they could experiment. You know, enter the battlefield. You know, burn. You know, top check burn.
Top check burn on top of another burn or something, maybe.
Yeah, you know, they could do a lot of experimentation. Like Gotsuba was really good at experimenting. Gotsuba was really good at it.
Like, sure, we did see clones pop up, but it also chose to think outside the box. Or at least,
Right.
or at least the development team, part of it, chose to think outside the box.
Right. Of course, the development team that didn't make the wife trash. But you know, even some of the wife, even some of the wife trash.
Well, it was pretty unique.
But like, mommy, it's more of just the heel part. Just makes you go, why, Bushy? Why? Stop it! Like, okay, you know, they didn't even make this a bloody heel to stalk. No, they made this the standard heel. Like every other version of this, like every other card, like even like both Marceline and Jake were healers too. So they couldn't avoid it even in the English exclusive that we did. Like, oh come on, free Conan, Pecorine healed,
Kyoka heals.
Kyoka heals. I think the green one's also healed.
No. You're talking about Hasune? No, the green one allowed you to attack something in the back row instead.
No, I'm talking about the one that gives the burn to. The double rare.
The double rare green. That was not Hasune?
I don't fucking know half these creatures' names, man. I don't know these creatures' names.
The one I gave the burn to healed?
I think
it was it on attack give something was it give something on reverse burn to?
hold on.
I swore that was on play you get to let that character attack something in the back row.
No, that it's healed a fucking stock. It's a Hatsune. You're right. It is on climax placement. Excuse me. It's on attack. However, it gets the ability of on attack. Pay 2 gives. You may burn 2 actually. Yeah. And it's fucking healed to stop.
I guess this card also allowed herself to attack the back row?
No!
Oh, that was a different card entirely.
That was a different card entirely. So, I'm going like, can Bushiroad be any less original at this point? Like,
do you really think that Weiss Schwarz needs like a bit of an overhaul in like a similar fashion that Vanguard recently went through?
No, we do not need a. Well, we need a different development team. We need a bolder development team.
So kind of like what they did with they didn't explicitly imply it, but the fact that they said that the previous like V series stuff was more or less a mistake, and they brought in a new team of developers entirely. Like, you think maybe something like that could happen?
I mean, at this point, like, at this point, I want the game to go, like, keep the effects, but, be more original. We need a development team that's willing to experiment and explore.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that means going through, say, Monica 2.0 era. Even if that means that.
Right, sure. Marika obviously was met with a lot of player anger and rage, but it also showed that, hey, what can we try to do as the game evolves?
Like,
at least if anything, like, as much as people dislike what happened with Nisekoi, it overall was a very well thought out product. It was on flavor, and it rewarded players for, you know, like normally a lot of players just didn't play events. Period. It was one of the few that rewarded people for doing so.
Right. Hell. You know what I want to see if the Weiss community can handle something like the Yatagarasu lock. An era of that. You remember Yatagarasu, don't you?
No. I will say this, Gavin. At least if anything, Bushira will avoid doing Konami style of anything, because Konami does not think about its own card pool a lot of the time.
Or Wizards. Can we see a Zen Scars style of standard? You know, a Zen Scars era? Because that was touted as one of the best eras of standard, dude. A lot of people love that era of standard. You can't deny that.
No, I suppose I can't.
But at the same time, like, you know, some originality. Like, you know, even a Dig 3 Take 1 would spice this card up considerably. It's like Bushy Road is trying to serve us the same salt and pepper grilled chicken repeatedly.
Maybe it's like, you know, colored it differently in January versus in March, but it would probably taste the same.
It's like I'm surprised the player base hasn't caught on.
Well, again, I wouldn't say the player base doesn't caught on. It's kind of more like the player base doesn't necessarily care, or they're like, or maybe they like being spoiled.
They're too. I mean,
if anything, you could be right in that they become complacent.
Like, I don't know who to blame more, the player base or the developers.
Well, here's the thing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, we kind of discussed this before in a previous Scrapbook episode where, you know, the thing is this. Do we even have a way to talk to these developers, period? We really don't, right?
We don't. However, there is no way of talking to the developers. They don't have Twitter.
Or they do, but they're not going to answer your questions about development.
Right, because development is so.
You could unironically follow Hori P and Bushi Matsui on Twitter, but they will most likely not talk to you about development in any way.
They're probably going to block you if you ask any questions about development. Like, at least Wizards R&D are composed of former professional players. I'm not sure if Bushiroad's R&D, especially for Vanguard.
What I do know is that with Vanguard, they finally brought back playtesters after they got rid of them back in 2013 because of a apparent leak of a card ability that was not supposed to be leaked at the time.
But at the same time, it took them 7 bloody years. But for Weiss, no, I don't think so. I don't think any of the developers, you know, play this game at even what we would call a quote unquote a professional level. Like, I highly doubt it because, like, do they play test with their own cards? No. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Of course, they're definitely free to prove us wrong.
I mean,
we'll give them the opportunity. We'll give them the opportunity, if anything. But chances are they won't deliver.
They won't deliver, so I'm going to stick with the assumption that they don't. I'm going to guilty until proven innocent, basically. Now, like, there's so many opportunities they could use. Like, I mean, at this point, the Color Pie mouse will not even exist. The Color Pie doesn't exist. There is no point.
The only things that the Color Pie does in Weiss Schwarz is just dictate which special triggers you have access to.
I mean, Yellow Mouse will have one trigger at this point. And that is choice.
Right, it like, they've more or less killed off Shot and Wind green is starting to appear less and less.
I mean, like, they might as well kill off Gold Bag, too. They might as well kill off Gold Bag. Red only has one trigger. And they might as well kill off...
Did you just say red has only one trigger?
Oh, excuse me, 2 triggers, excuse me. And they might as well kill Book. So red is literally the only color with 2 triggers.
Yeah, we'll see if and when they make a new special trigger for blue and green.
Why? They already have 2 triggers of hops.
I mean, yellow now has 3.
Yes, why not make one for red?
Standby wasn't that long ago, Gavin. Pants was far back, and so was Gold Bar.
So again, they might as well kill. Like, they pretty like. It's obvious that they're more catering to the smooth brain player base than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite obvious. Otherwise, why would they just keep printing healers consistently?
Right, like these are like easy, like Busher wants to make it so like you see a card, you're like, oh, auto including deck.
Instead of, okay, I have this option.
I need to weigh between how many cards I dedicate for actual defense and how many cards I dedicate to offense. Not, oh, versatile card go brrr.
I mean, like, versatile cards, after a while, it just makes the game boring. Like, I think the thing that will kill this game eventually is not power creep. It's the fact that the cards are boring. It's the fact the game itself is quite boring. It's not the gameplay itself. It's the card design. Boring card design will eventually kill a game. And, well, again, Bushiroad's no stranger to dead games. Bushiroad is absolutely no stranger.
Right. Now, we could make the argument that Weiss Schwarz is the hill that Bushiroad will die on, if not Vanguard.
It's more of, this game will die to the zombies. And even the zombies will eventually get bored. The smooth brains will eventually get bored.
Right, if they see something that's just more appealing to play because, you know, hey, there's actual spice in the game. Like, hey, what if they decide that Vanguard Overdress is simply a spicier game as a result?
If they want to play Bushiroad developed Yu-Gi-Oh, go ahead, be my guest.
Or, you know, they jump ship to Rebirth for you.
No comment.
No comment.
What?
No worries.
I sensed a bit of bias from you there.
I'm just mentioning different Bushiroad trading card game progress just as an example, you know. And Rebirth for you wouldn't be like a terrible, like, it wouldn't be like, oh, who the hell would jump ship from Weiss to Rebirth? You'd be surprised. They're both character-based trading card games. And hey, maybe the card design in Rebirth feels more appealing to a player that's playing Weiss Schwarz right now. Maybe. I mean, I don't know for sure.
If Weiss dies, hey Wizards, here's my money again.
Here's my money again to Wizards? Oh man. So Bushiroad, please don't have Gavin just fork his money back over the Wizards of the Coast.
Like, legitimately speaking, fuck it. Hey Wizards, here's my money again. Fuck it, Expedition, let's fucking go, boys.
I'm ironically buying Expeditions too, this man.
Fuck it at that point. You know, fuck it, I go play fucking Modern, boys.
I play Modern and buy Expeditions.
Yeah, let's fucking go, the Blink. But anyways, like I said, it's one of those things that makes you go, heals. Like, Bushy, why couldn't this even be healed at bottom of deck? Oh, come on! Like even within the heal space.
Yo, heal the bottom of deck, that'd be pretty dope.
I mean, there are ways to spice up the bloody heal. Oh, come on! Even heal the stock would at least be adding salt and pepper.
You know what I actually miss? On play pay 2 to summon something from Cork.
Oh! Or hell, pay 1 to summon the... Or pay 1 to duplicate this. Tutor for a copy of this and place it on the battlefield.
Yeah?
Like, hello? The Kanade ability? Like, or the Kurumi ability? Although I much prefer calling it Kanade because fucking Kurumi. She fucking warped the skate. Or hell, even something innovative like a pay 1 stock swap on a combo. You know, there's so much design space they could do. Of course, you know, cue the Imperial March if we ever see fucking stock swap and a finisher on the same body. Oh god, no. Dude, how painful would that be?
That'd be
I'm gonna pay the 3. Let's fucking stock swap. Let's fucking go, boys.
I mean, we got pretty close to that. And
then I'm also a fucking finisher at the same time. How about you dying? That's some Pharaoh level bullshit right there, man. That's some Pharaoh level bullshit. Man. Or you know, or hell, when this enters the battlefield, fucking tutor. You get a free tutor.
Yeah, those have honestly been so few in quantity in the history of this game.
Or even a salvage.
Yeah, like on play pinpoint cantrip.
Like, heal should only be reserved for more defensive cards. Like, Priestess should have had a heal. You know, a card like Rider, Yotsuba. You know, minus Soul Walls should get the heal. Because they're meant to be defensive. Not this shit. Like, this shit makes me angry. But yeah, about the, like, it's just so frustrating that we have design space. We have plenty of design space.
Weiss Schwarz does have plenty of design space.
It's like, it doesn't even have to be a bloody heal. It could be the Ellie Brainstorm ability. Oh yeah, choose a climax in your opponent's grave. Fucking put it to stock. Like, stomp. That's a pretty stomp ability, man.
Mm-hmm. Especially you follow up with like a Fumio ability on top of that.
Or hell, give us original Fumio on a finisher.
Original Fumio with a climax combo? That'd be pretty dope.
Though that would be although cue the Imperial March again and loop it this time. What, man? That is pretty fucking scary.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay, so in terms of the healing, you know, honestly, if that rant didn't prove how much how uninnovative and what a problem healing finishers are, I don't know what will at this point. Like, this was never funny. This seriously was never funny. Like, I won't boycott them, because they're usually attached to the combos I want to play. But Jesus Christ, Bushy, please, give me something else. It's boring. Alright, the Twin Drive. You know what? I like the fact that it's pitch a card instead of just pay one.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, you know, it's more of just it allows you to pay for the climax combo cost.
Yeah, gives you a card to pay for your costs. Not too shabby.
It's great. I actually quite like it. Now, the combo.
Okay.
I mean, preference, the very first thing I said about this card Well, it's... Look, this is the true elephant in the room. The heel part, no, that wasn't the elephant. The true elephant is the combo itself. Is Surveil 1 really that broken? Or granting the additional power that broken? Look, I get it. She required experience 6. But this is a poor imitation of her. A very poor imitation.
Right, like, it just seems like the things that Bushido did experiment with for that set, they really just think they don't deserve to see the light of day again.
At the end of this card's attack is absurdly poor timing.
Okay, sure, the idea is that for a subsequent attack you could fake seal. It's the theory here.
Right,
it's also a cheaper cost than the, pay 3, get 2.
No? What are you talking about? This is the same cost as the original. Literally, this is the same cost.
Oh yeah, they're both just pay 2. I'm high. I'm not. Which happens when you don't play against that for a while.
Well, again, it hasn't come up.
Right.
It rarely comes up, and well, I haven't played the game.
All right. Now, okay. The difference is, even without the twin drive, it does mean that pulling off 2 of these is far easier because you don't even have to stock right then and there.
You need to have 6 to pull 2 of these off, and that's come on, 6 is nothing.
Right, versus a higher number for the original.
It was 10 for the triple.
Right.
The problem with this card is that you're swinging in wildly.
For the first one.
You're swinging in wildly. You have no idea. Well, even for the second and third ones, because you're swinging in wildly. Sure, it's confirmed 3 damage on top. Problem is
your
you don't know what triggers. Your trigger could bone you quite easily. Now, of course,
cargo P, as they say.
Now, of course, you could run a higher amount of non-triggers in your deck. Sure, and that's probably what they wanted you to do because this doesn't require experience 6 like the original did.
Mm-hmm.
The original gave you that courtesy surveil and 2/5 additional power, allowing you to kill something. This card is almost guaranteed to crash in.
Right. Now we will see later on about partially why they chose to do this, but more on that when we get to that card.
Right, and the fact is, it's on attack versus at the end of this card attack is huge. On attack pretty much gives you 3 instances of this versus 2.
Right.
And the difference between 2 and 3 when it comes to this ability is huge. 2 isn't nearly as scary as the third one. And they didn't even give you additional instances of damage. They didn't even give you a Musashi to make up for it. Nope. They just gave you this, and that's it.
You have to supplement it with some other finisher where we're seeing a different color.
Right. So they basically shafted mono yellow in turn, or hell, I think yellow is only mommy. So literally, they shafted mommy white quite badly. Even in waifu, this card is just questionable. A lot of people are just going to play it for the heal. That's it. They're going to ignore the rest of the text. And to be honest, can I really blame them? Not really. Because...
wait, hold on. We will see that, Mommy's corpus is relatively small anyway, and she has only, 2 climax combos.
So, it's more of just, oh my god, this card just, it ticks all the wrong boxes for me. It really does. Okay, the fact that yes, you get to Fate Seal 3. That's great. But this is not even the Jace Valerian. This doesn't even feel like baby Jace compared to the original Mind Sculptor. Compared to Mind Sculptor. This doesn't even feel like Valerian, to be honest. And this certainly ain't no Prince Prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the Mind Sculptor. Like, this card just... To be honest, there is no reason to play this card. Like, in limited or constructed. Even in limited, you'd be very hard pressed to justify this combo because, number one, this is a double rare, and this is a climax rare. So good luck finding both pieces. Like, at least with the original, you could justify playing her in limited if you have to be drafting that particular set. This is just spitting on her legacy. Sure.
You could argue that Bush was like, we do not want to acknowledge his legacy.
Yet Bushy Road is fine. Yet Bushy Road is fine with cards like Pecorino. Come on. A card like Ichika. Cards like that.
Well, Ichika, you can argue, is sort of like playing like it's like a weird mix between like a Musashi and like or it's more like, as if you Musashi game no 2-1s.
Which is the ideal number to a lot of people.
Right.
Like,
but I guess Bushiro is trying to say if something gets more subject to RNG, then that's fine. Like, any instances of burn damage is always subject to RNG, period.
Of course.
And saying to Fake Seal is, maybe they just like frown that they did it in the first place. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, what's next? Placing 4 instances of burn on a single card? I mean, they've arguably already done that in both of these.
Yeah.
And they're fine with that? That's 4 instances of 1 card. Now, of course, that can only be done once, but at the same time, I would have been happier if this was Nodoka from the same set. Like, I would have been happier if this was the double Musashi combo. I would have been much happier. Because at least that, okay, Musashis are very yellow.
Right,
okay.
Like, the fact that they put like this, well, we've seen this like Fake Seal thing appear in like every color but red at this point, I believe. I don't think red's a version yet. I can't think of a... Wait, there is a red version?
No, for good reason.
Okay.
For good reason. Imagine that on a standby. That is an error we don't want to. Well, again, that would be part of the Yatagarasu era. And I don't think Bushiroad wants to effectively lock us down.
Right.
We've already had enough of that. We've already had enough shenanigans with Link Joker locking us down. Ugh. Man. Playing fuzzy pandas with your circles locked. Not fun. But anyways. Mommy! Oh boy. This card pisses me off. Like, there's so many things. At least give us the fucking Surveil back. At least give us the fucking Surveil back. At least let us know what our next trigger is, so we can confirm it's blank. Or if we're swinging for 4, at least give us a chance to throw it away.
No, apparently Bushro says no. You got even if we give you face flame, you gotta have some RNG behind you.
Then give us the then literally just make us the Musashi combo. Make us the Musashi combo at that point.
Because you think doing it this way is half-assed.
Yep. And, well... Alright, I'll let you give your rating first, dude. Oh, man.
My rating. I think overall, I'm going to say that this can receive nothing higher than the playable minus. Because, you know, you could argue, like, sure, maybe some people like to be able to pseudo fake seal for a subsequent attack. And, you know, Twin Drive automatically gives you the 2 stock for it. It's not too shabby. And it's not terrible. But it's not the best thing you could play in this title as your top end.
Do you know what I'm going to give this?
Are you about to say a quote from that anime?
This hand of mine is burning red. I hate this card that much.
There you have it, folks.
It's fucking personal this time. Fucking personal. And how long was that?
The actual rank? I think we looked at about it's like 42 minutes.
Holy!
No, sorry, more than that. It's like 40. No, 42. 40 minutes, give or take.
40 minutes. Holy. Well. Okay, I let my demons out on that one.
Alright.
I let my...
We will proceed back to your regularly scheduled review proper.
Yes. Yes.
So, I was alluding to a card earlier about why this doesn't get extra power. Because Busho says, you gotta play, stop it. 3-1, search your deck for up to 1 character with Mommy in its card name, revealing, add it to your hand, choose up to 1 Mommy Nanami, the card we just mentioned, in your hand, put it onto any slot in your stage, shuffle your deck, and that character, the Mommy Nanami that you played, with this event, gets power plus 3000 until the end of the turn.
Hey, this is a better plan for the future. This is a much better version of that card.
Yeah, you do not need to play 2 events to pull it off.
And they're both shitty.
So they got the event part right.
They got the event part right, but yeah, we don't speak about 002. We don't speak about that card.
It's okay. After we're done with this card, there's no referring back to 002.
Who is this imposter? Why does she have golden blonde? Actually, no. I actually like this card actually. Just because of the first part, actually.
Okay.
And if you are playing Mommy Waifu, you have no other choice.
Here we go. And hey, you have a serviceable 12.5 beat stick, 13.5 with your climax.
I mean, this is a literal +1, by the way. This isn't just a cantrip like every other event. Because yes, the finisher is terrible, but at the same time, in Waifu Wars, it's fair enough. Like, she'll probably win because, well, Face Seal is still good. However, in Constructed, oh hell no, avoid this card like the plague. There's a reason why this card is only a few dollars on eBay. Even Yute knew this card wouldn't sell that well. Like...
Oh, I think also partly the reason that, apparently I've heard from multiple circles that this is worst girl. Like, not just worst girl of, like, this anime, but apparently, like, the worst female character to have walked on this planet in an anime.
No, I heavily disagree. I mean, she's voiced by Yuki from SAO. Same woman.
A Seiyu does not change a person's opinion about how the character behaves as a human being, or lack of.
That is true. I mean, well, again, she used to date the main character.
And, well, we will see some cards that might describe more of this dating.
But at the same time, I just go, no, she is not worst girl. At least from what I've heard.
Okay.
And have been described to her. You know what? She's not the worst. I've seen far worse. You know what? Oh, and of course, in limited, well, yellow is its own self-contained color, so
it really is, and you really get you. Now, of course, if you don't find the one of mommy that may or may not be in the box that your pog is opening up that day, at worst you just get yourself a it's a 1/1 cantrip into a mommy.
Right. I mean, probably one of the worst things is, and you know what? The mommy SEC is still worth money. It's still $200. Like, you made stonks that day.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's not worth as much as the chorizo one or Ruka. And yes, I'm probably gonna call her chorizo during the actual review too.
Oh no.
Yes,
it's been like hell a year since I had chorizo, by the way.
I'm not the biggest fan of chorizo, the sausage, but
I don't blame you. Chorizo's not a very, very appetizing sausage to begin with.
I mean, like, if I had went to Chipotle tonight, I would have ordered the double steak bowl instead of the chorizo bowl.
Wait, you actually serve chorizo at Chipotle now?
Yeah, they do.
What? Well,
they have chicken, steak, chorizo, their fancy steak, and tofu.
Not even calling it by its proper name, it's sofritas, man. Come on.
Oh, excuse me, sofritas. Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, chicken. I'm a chicken guy, okay?
Fair.
I'm a chicken or steak guy.
Not even barbacoa?
And I'm not the biggest fan of the barbacoa, actually. But anyways, back to this card. You know what? I want to give this the Mercy playable minus.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's cheating out a level 3 for one is it's far from the worst thing in the world.
And by the way, the double oof for mommy is mostly because of I have a personal vendetta against that card. It's personal.
Right. It's not because Gavin is looking at the card in an objective manner.
Oh hell no. And I've said before during the pre-coding reviews, yes, I will input some subjectivity in there. Oh hell no, I thought it was all subjectivity.
Alrighty.
I probably would have given it a playable minus or even a niche. If I was looking at the card objectively. No, that card, oh hell no. I told my co-host beforehand, Kaede. That's all I need to say. That's all he needs to hear. And he was all like, understandable.
Yeah, he warned me about this like, not just once, multiple times.
Yes, it's gonna be Kaede. Alrighty, next.
Alright.
Memories of 2, Mommy. 002K. When this card enters the battlefield, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. This card gains X power, where X is the number of your rentals times 1,000. And it's also a drop salvage that also has give more power, 1,000 more, boys.
Killing our character, not herself.
Yes, of course.
This is You know, I'm liking that boosters at least explore a little bit more when it comes to utility cards. Like, hey, we have a utility card that can actually beat over things.
I mean, this also fills up your yard too.
Yeah, like, hey, I'll play no 2 to see what other targets I can find, and then do it, and then give it another target 1k. Distance range for 3k, 4k, another target range for X power and 1000 more. Stonks.
Fucking stonks, boys. Oh yeah, your board is dead. What do you mean my board is dead?
Honestly, I'm swinging with a 4k on your clean cut. I'm swinging with this, like, basically now 9k power 1-0. What? 9,000?
Holy shit. Yeah, this card's good. This card's pretty fucking good. Like, you know, it's not sparkling doge good, but I have to give this the playable rating.
Oh yeah, and when they this is utility. Come on, people. Utility that can beat over things. You want that in. You want that in limited.
In limit. Oh hell yeah. Let's see here. Power and toughness is king in limited, people.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately though, well, it's not a drop search.
It's not a drop search.
So you, unfortunately, got to deal with your yard.
But at least, if anything, this helps. As we said earlier, this can help set up your yard.
Yep.
Which is a plus.
All right, next.
All right. Sentimental Mommy. This is card number 5. 5. Sentimental Mommy. 103k. During your turn, your other character in your front row starts spell gets power plus 1000 and hexproof, and she's also a self-cap search brainstorm.
Hey, look, it's Kama. Kinda. Now, I do like the fact that this gives center slot. You know, Bushiroad is experimenting with brain select. I'm like, you know what? I like that ability, actually.
We're still experimenting happening with utility cards, period, in like all levels.
Power plus 1000 and hexproof. Now, all the stuff that I do is put, well, my brainstorm's done at 0, guys. Well, I'll be like, quit whining, spoiled child.
Like it's not like your opponent's gonna be able to do a bunch of damage to your entire deck before you get to level 1.
I mean, unless you're 8 out, but...
Even then...
I don't know, man. But, you know, I remember a scenario where my opponent was 8 out like 2 years ago, and I pushed them from like 0-6 to 3-2 in 1 turn.
Understandable. Anyway, yeah, having, I mean, a level 0 versus a level 1 brainstorm, there should honestly be like almost no real difference.
There is none. Like
okay, and your one to 2 turns off. Oh boo hoo, put a sock in it.
Pretty much stop acting like a spoiled child.
And you know what? I like that this actually abides by the yellow definition. During your turn, Bushiroad, take notes. This is how we do color pie.
Amen. And put a bit of poison into said color pie. But is it the Aaron or is it Armin on that one? I'm not sure.
For power plus 1000 during your turn, it's Aaron.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't the Aaron brainstorm also have the same clause on a 0?
It's power plus 1000 on your turn only, and I think that was it. There's like no like hexproof or anything on it.
Oh well, Armin level 3 already takes care of that for you then.
Yeah, but that's Armin level 3.
That you cheat out at fucking 2, man. And your opponent can't do shit about.
True, but you're talking about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, set that needs to fucking die once and for all. To fucking die once and for all. I hate that set, man.
But anyway, back to Sentimental Mommy. I think it's pretty good design.
I really like Sentimental Mommy. Actually, she's plus. You know, she's not perfect, but at the same time, you know what? I like the cards. I'm gonna give this the playable rating.
Yeah, same. I really like what I really like. I like almost everything about this card.
Now, I just wish it was at all times, but, well...
That'd be asking for too much, and that's no longer a true yellow identity. And you know what? I limited. It's a search brainstorm. It's only R.
It is a rare?
It's a rare.
Oh, okay.
So maybe a little more difficulty to find in general, but hey, if you find it, congratulations. Go wham.
Easier than a fucking double rare brainstorm.
Oh, true. Alrighty, we will move on.
Awkward companions, mommy. Dude, this is card number 6.
Yeah, I don't know if I gave like a number offset error. We'll see.
Did you fall asleep at the wheel or something, man? Okay, awkward companions, mommy. 10, 5K. When dating, the soul bounce is placed in your climax area. If you have 2 or more other rentals, it's dig 4, take 1.
Alright, and you know, we saw this happen with a card in Summer Pocket Reflection Blue where they no longer require you to do this on attack, and they no longer require this card to be in the front row. So you could be like, Lamau, it's in the back and I'll do the thing. Not sure why you would, but you have that choice now.
Double mommy in the back, let's fucking go, boys. Let's play the bounce.
You could unironically field all 4 of these and pop all 4 off.
Dude, I have 3 bounces in hand. Let's fucking go, boys. Card advantage for literal days. Hey man, I'm that fucked.
I'm that fucked.
My 7 card hand was 4 mommies and 3 bounces.
Let's go.
Hey, that's a typical Soul Sleeper hand.
Understandable. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much Maguro, people, but
it's serviceable. Like,
it's a very serviceable. Like you can't go wrong with these.
And this is your only other climax combo.
In yellow, so after this, we've exited climax combo territory.
And of course, and you know what? This ain't hard to find in limited.
Yeah, it's R, and the climax is a climax common.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Like, sure, it's a little vanilla, but hey, you can never go wrong with Maguro.
Like, and you know what? Some people actually clamor for Maguro.
Yeah, so it's really like, cool, I don't need to interact with my opponent when I use this ability. And
doesn't even have to be in the fucking front row, dude. This could literally be your back row.
That's what I said earlier. You could literally pop 4 off unironically. And
like
two of them, you leave them in the back row. You have them ready to attack for the next turn.
Like you can shove these forward. Like,
yeah, like these are pivots, effectively.
Now, of course, is this the best combo on planet Earth? No. You know what's funny is I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day.
Oh.
And he was all like, you know what? I prefer Pro over the Mashu combo in Fate Grand Order. I'm like, really a vanilla Maguro? Yes, dude. The East-Key from the East-Key Trial deck. That's literally vanilla Maguro on a cake, dude. FR, man.
FR.
He's like, yeah, dude. Do you know how vanilla that combo is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Please give me my Maguro. I'll take 500 less power. Who gives a flying fuck?
Because easy advantage is that appealing to people that play this game sometimes.
Do you know what Mashu combo does?
We're talking Fate Grand Order, right?
Yes, the 1-0 Mashu combo. Climax combo with bulk.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've read it.
So it's ditch a card, dig top 4, take 2.
Oh yeah, take 2. There we go.
He's like, that is so awkward. Like, the selectivity is super limited. Dude, it's Maguro. Your selectivity is gonna be shit anyway. He's like, yeah, but at least only grabbing 1 card, it isn't so bad. I'll take vanilla Maguro over this. Like, he thinks that vanilla Maguro is actually a pretty good combo. I'm like, it's kind of mediocre, to be honest.
In a nutshell, because when we get selectivity, and you could accidentally ruin your deck state if you don't know what you're doing.
Right. That's like saying Emilia combo is amazing.
Which, don't get us wrong, Amelia is serviceable, but she's not the end all be all.
Oh, hell no. Of course, she's all ReZero has. But at the same time, I go... ReZero is not strong because of Emilia. ReZero is strong because it fucking slams you with early plays all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's its true strength.
And the fact that it's just out healing you over and over and over. See, like, ReZero is like a good example of, like, you know, these are level 3s that actually try to go for mainly defensive strategies.
Right. Like...
But yes, Rem stacks a bunch of markers, clean markers underneath her, and she heals on play. That's a pretty good example of what a defensive core should do. She heals and then she compresses you in the long run.
Right. Now, of course, you cry if Rem gets bounced, but again... Or Rider is a good example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to side Rider for the next combat. Either side or bouncer. Those are your choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, there are very few decks in the game that care about beating the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that can afford to not care.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I can think of one particular deck that doesn't care. In fact, that actually prefers the side Rider. That combo effectively did nothing. But again, a very small amount of the player base is going to even play that deck.
Right.
But, or even see it at the tournament level. Now, of course, Mommy. Well, you know what's funny is I've seen on attack advantage combos on everything except one trigger. And I think you know which trigger that is.
Are you talking about advantage combo specifically, right?
Advantage combos specifically.
And on
yes.
attack, not on reverse.
Yes, on attack. You know, basically free as fuck advantage combos.
Standby?
Correct. They will never mix those two.
Right. Standby either has to be on reverse or it's the typical pay one or pay some cost to stand a character.
Right, because they'll never give you, say, Maguro combo.
Or the original, like, you know, Shiro slash Haruka / Ruby, you know, bounce 2-hand, look at up to top 2, add any card monster 2-hand, no rest, ditch 1.
That's not an advantage combo. That's not true advantage. But they'll never give you, say, a 1-0 that goes Maguro combo on standby. No, they'll never give you that.
And then we get told when they do it in July 2021.
Well, again, that's why we put timestamps on when these videos were created. Because, well, we look stupid now after 6 months. Well, of course we look stupid after 6 months.
Yo, the upload date should also say a lot of things.
Yeah, I was about to say. We try to upload these in a timely fashion because, well, again, you know, we could be wrong by the next fucking set.
Right. But anyway, Mommy, she ain't bad, but she's not the best.
I'm gonna slap the playable minus on it.
Yeah, I guess that's probably like a fair rating to give this card, in general.
Like, I would give even Emilia a playable minus at this rate.
Like, sure, even if she's the only thing like ReZero has, it's still kind of like, eh. Alright.
You know, like if ReZero had a decent powered Shimakaze, I'd take that over Emilia.
Alright, let's move on. Yeah, I definitely had a number offsite error. Alright, no more love, Mommy. Level 3 2 costs 10,000 power. In your actual for requirements is in the room, she gets level -1 in your hand, and she's a Duck Trio.
Alrighty, boys, we've hit the jackpot. We've hit the fucking jackpot. Like, this card is extremely basic. Now, let me define what we do. Let me justify that sentence before a lot of you throw your pitchforks. You know what? What's funny is the finisher mommy. A lot of people agree with me. The card is absolutely garbage. Like, Foring actually agrees with me. They'd probably give it the double oof because the card is just that bad. Now, that's what they have to say, but I'm just like, no, the double oof is mostly out of vendetta. But again, this early play ticks a lot of the right boxes. Great condition and great actual effect. Sure, it doesn't heal you. Who fucking cares? We don't need more healers.
Right, but sometimes you need cantrips.
Right, a cantrip is so much better. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, there's a reason why they didn't hit the anti-heal in Grisaya. Like, I'm starting to suspect that's why they didn't hit the anti-heal. Because without it, healing is out of control. Like, I honestly think they need to start printing more anti-heal at this point.
Well,
like,
what's the if and when? They're usually pretty hesitant about who they give it to.
I mean,
they usually don't give it like. I think out of every town that has access to anti-heal, like Concord is like the one that has like lived the longest in terms of the number of Neo standard products it has.
Kantai has 5.
Right, but you look at every other set of anti-heal, you're like, Vivid Red Operation, no, only 1 product. Gargantia, only 1 product. Grisaya will have 2 products by the end of this year.
Kill la Kill had 2.
Kill la Kill had 2, but one of them's not like 2, but like, only one was a full booster set.
The other was the power up,
right.
product.
Right.
But like, they need to make basically.
Like we've seen that booster in general is just hesitant who they give anti-heal to.
Actually, no, you're wrong. There is a set that is longer than Kantai. Little Busters.
Right? But even with that one, like, because it's on the board, you can argue it's much easier to answer than Memory Go Brr.
Yeah, that is true. And even with the FT Exile tools, the pilot is just going to choose the anti-heal to remain in there every time.
Right, you can't dictate that for your opponent.
But like, they need to start making anti-heal more relevant, just to punish this crap.
Right, no, you're playing against me. I play anti-heal. You are either going to pay the 4, or go for the Dixie card if it's Grisaya, or you're just going to play it as your finisher. You're not getting both that easily.
Right. And, a lot of people will say, I'm not healing anymore. Once there's more than 1 in there. Because it's just not worth it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is, they're not, it's starting to become a problem, but I think they should address it. Heal to stock. Like, there should be a way to punish heal to stock.
You could argue it's quote-unquote punished by the fact that they gave up another card to do it.
Not enough, in my opinion. Enough.
So you're saying that...
Like, sure.
You're saying like there should be an anti-heal version too, basically.
Yes. A variant of anti-heal.
Basically, if a card that moves a card from clock to another area without being replaced.
Correct. Or, actually, well, I do know of a way to punish heal a stock. You choose a climax. You put it on top of the card you just healed away. or you put a climax below it. If you know what I mean.
Now, of course,
Basically,
another name for anti-heal was heal tax because calling out, like, yes, most people, over 98% of the time, no one's going to pay the cost to heal under the tax. But, you know, like, what else you think, Kevin? If this theoretical card was to be made, what would be the tax to avoid that thing happening?
standard pay 2 stock.
I see.
The standard pay 2 stock. Be like, oh, I don't want to heal away a climax below it. Actually, you know what's funny is, you just stock charge your opponent. Sure, they put a climax away. That's fine. That's fine. Sure, I'll put a climax there. Pay 2 heal again. And this would only affect heal to stock. This wouldn't affect standard heals. That would be a balancing mechanism. This only affects heal to stock. So it wins.
And Neo Standard titles, the same Neo Standard title will not get both that and original heal tax.
Correct. Well, there would be like 1 or 2 exceptions of it. But again, it wouldn't be widespread.
Right, just like we're seeing with heal tax, like you could count the number of titles with heal tax on 2 hands.
Correct. You can count the amount of relevant ones on 1.
Right.
In fact, there's only 1. That's why I'm saying heal tax needs to be more prevalent. Now, we could go into anti-salvage. I think anti-salvage also needs to be more rampant. But that, like, almost every combo salvages now. Almost every single one of them.
Right. Fugal clones, just on reverse salvage or...
Kirito clones.
Yeah, Kirito clones. Innocence of Twilight clones, as I prefer to call them.
Like, there's too much salvage now. Though, I think the player base would revolt against anti-salvage. Relevant anti-salvage.
Right.
Like...
Well, the problem, like, it's funny because, you know, the main way to salvage back then was through ye old salvage trigger. But...
What?
You think I'm joking?
What?
People used to unironic, like, that was the reason why a lot of older decks were unironically ignored.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, because you can have on reverse or on attack or on placement CX free advantage combo go burr.
What?
Shimakaze was like one of the first ones.
Oh.
And before that, it'd be like, okay, I have Austria invites to party. I have to on attack pay 1 to search.
That's fair. You paid 1 to plus, man.
Right, but then a lot of people didn't really like only SA was like, okay, I'm fine with that, but like a lot of other cards were like, looks like Climax combo. This doesn't give me anything, or I gotta pay hellish resources for that.
Oh, I see. Well, at the same time,
So eight door go burr.
Again, Hatsukaze was invented for a reason.
Right, Hatsukaze was definitely invented for a reason.
Like, a lot of people don't mind the little busters anti-salvage. Because it doesn't disrupt them.
Right, it just forces them to be like, okay, I could do this, but it means I need to do that.
No, it gives your opponent stock. That's all it does. Like, do I really want my opponent to get stock? Yeah, I need the card that badly. Fuck it, get your stock, I don't care. But, let's say it's Hatsukaze. Well, shit. Now I need to think about really carefully. I can either time walk this turn and get my cards, or I don't get my card. Like, basically I have to choose between cards and damage.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes Not all the time, but there may be sometimes where getting a card is a-okay.
Sure, you time walk this turn. You do realize that, right?
And they'll be like, sure, I freeze you here at wherever level you're at.
Perfectly fine by me.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. That is fine. I cast a time walk on you. Like, people don't realize, but time walking in this game is simultaneously not very dangerous, but absurdly dangerous at the same time.
It's you know, of course it depends on what the situation, what the game state looks like.
It also depends on the matchup too.
Right. Like, can you, like, are you able to make up for that after doing that?
Like, for example, I think, unironically, SAO 10 can afford the time walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, SAO 10 doesn't care. Sure, I'll time walk here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pre-Kone can afford the time walk. Like, I think most modern sets actually do not care about time walking.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
yeah.
It's like, okay, you get here, you time walk. Understandable, sure. And that means I dodge your anti-salvage. Well, actually, I walk right into your anti-salvage. Like, Resiah doesn't, unironically don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are sets that can dodge the anti-salvage. Because I didn't salvage creatures, I got the event instead.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to Mommy. I fucking love this card. Are you kidding me? Like, this is Kurubi, basically, except with a different condition.
Right. It's no longer a clock condition go burr.
No, it's 2 or less, which is
The gold
honestly very
standard.
easy. The gold standard, very easy. Like,
And in limited, oh heck yeah, can kiss are good.
it's a rare too, so easier to find than the double rares.
Mm-hmm. So overall, I'm giving this to playable.
Fuck it, I love this card too much. Sparkling Doja.
Sparkly Doja. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's move over. And yeah, we definitely get a bad number offset somewhere.
Man, do I need to proofread these before we go live every time?
You may have to.
Group Finder, Mommy. 00500. Choose one of your opponent's level zeros in the front row and destroy it. By paying 1, of course. And it's a tap 2, draw... it's a tap self, draw 2, ditch 1, brainstorm. Oh, god fucking damn it.
Alright, so... Okay, Luke getting low zeros. Okay, maybe you really dislike things like runners or whatever the fuck. Fine.
Runners? Who gives a flying fuck? Just fucking empty your hand. Let's get it. The runner's dead in every column.
Hey man, sometimes you draw only 2 low zeros and one of them's this brainstorm.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you bricked that. You're that. Only runs for fucking level zeros. I don't fucking know, man.
It'd be like that. No. Draw 2, discard 1, brainstorms. Well, if you're more of a person that prefers to like do more unconventional strategies, like you just want to like draw your climaxes every turn, I guess. Or you're more of an event-heavy deck, perhaps.
I mean, Soul Sleeper can defend draw 2 ditch 1 brainstorms every time.
And
he's like events, man. I'm like,
I don't blame him for thinking that because there are several people, myself included, that like to experiment with how can I make a deck that just simply like dishes out as much damage a turn as possible. like every turn kind of thing.
hey man, there's this card in Disgaea called Mecha Jennifer. Laser from Fate. Have you ever tried making one of those?
Those are different.
Paying 1 to destroy an opponent's level 0. you know what? I like that ability. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's nifty, and definitely has more impact in limited than in constructing, of course.
Oh, look! I see an unreversed DJ on the field. Destroy it.
Right, well, yeah, you wanna be smooth brain like that? Bye.
Like, oh yeah, man, it's only a 2-5. Yeah, go ahead, kill it. I'm like, yeah, sure, pay 1, destroy it. Fuck, I'm in combat, not like this.
Not like this.
And she could chase her. Bye.
Yeah, true. Like, nope, you're not annoying me this turn.
Goodbye. But yeah, dude, like, there's a lot of things that you could just, a lot of annoying things that you could just easily destroy with this card. Oh, the Shiroha Visa that everyone loves fucking playing?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nope.
Goodbye.
Cool. Work for your deck stakes properly.
Like, you know. And this is why I don't like auto-reverse Visas. Cards like this fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, this kind of card would be exceedingly rare, but again, and man, this also fucks with Psychono.
There's definitely, yeah, or any other memory-based deck. Like, oh, Shiga? No?
Actually, no, most of the cap is level 0. No?
Yeah?
You fucking snipe, bitch. Like, you know, I like the first sentence more than the fucking brainstorm part. Isn't that kind of sad?
I don't blame you for thinking that because draw 2, discard 1 is a big 2 RNG for a lot of people's liking.
Man, 3 RNG, 5 me, man.
Yeah. Like, again, you only play these brainstorms in, like, very, very unorthodox strategy decks.
Hey, I'm fucking limited. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, like this ain't too shabby.
You know what?
Well, overall, I would give this a playable minus.
Oh, damn it. I was going to give it that myself.
Okay.
I like it. I'm mostly giving it for the first sentence, by the way.
That's fair.
Like, it purely deserves it for the first sentence alone. But, you know, if this was, like, last year, I'd be like, oh, man, I would have already issued the quote and moved on. But, you know what? Now that I consider today's metagame, fuck, that sentence is far more useful nowadays.
Right?
Yeah, oh, this is a check against our cap. And no, it's not Psychono Overloads anymore, it's Kappa now. Kappa's taken over.
Right.
Alright, next.
I guess, okay. I guess actually is card number 8. Alright, so annoyed, mommy, 2-1, 7k, continuous discarding outside attack. And continuous during your opponent's turn, this card has power plus 1000 for each of your other rental girlfriend characters, and yeet this to the waiting room to choose a card named Ex-Girlfriend Roll Mommy in your waiting room, and put it in this card's previous slot. So before we go review that, we got a review over, you know, Ex-Girlfriend Roll.
Alright. Alrighty, yeah. See? What? This card number 9, yo!
This card is number 9.
Alrighty. So, Ex-Girlfriend Roll Mommy. 2165. Here, when this card attacks, she gained 6,000 if she's fighting at level 3, and change the beginning of your encore step at the front row. You pay the cost by sacrificing her. If so, choose the previous card we just mentioned and put it onto this card slot.
Alright. Well, it's basically, you know, do you need a buff wall on the opponent's turn, or do you need to get over a darn level 3?
Okay, the first card. Yo dog, why is this card blue all of a sudden?
Yeah, what actually happened to Color Pie?
It got poisoned.
Got poisoned.
It got poisoned and turned into a certain color pie that
Right. You know, the idea is that you know, you flip between the two. You flip between like an 11k on the opponent's turn, and you can flip back to a 12.5 level 3 killer.
What is this, Ronco?
Kinda.
I mean, what's funny is
One of Ranko's gained the
okay.
level, if I remember correctly. I don't remember.
No. She was just big.
Okay. Oh yeah, one guy was big on
Weird.
your turn, the other one was big on the opponent's turn.
Yep. Now here's the thing. Well, mommy looks like Shadow.
Oh, come on. Don't go there.
She does! She does! And I'm just like, why isn't she voiced by Maya?
Oh, come on. We don't need to have the same person voice every character look alike.
What do you mean? Oh, come on. Well, again,
Can we imagine every long-haired blonde character be voiced by Sumipe?
Assuming I know. Actually, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, no, that would get annoying after a while.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm just like, wait, do I know who he's talking about? And he's like, you know, and you're probably thinking you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Or do we have Ayaneru voice every single long black-haired, female?
She doesn't voice every long-haired female? Question mark.
Long black-haired female. Sorry, let me specify.
She doesn't voice every long black-haired female?
Stop.
Stop. She doesn't?
Stop.
I mean, I find Ayaneru annoying at times. Like, she has to be in a very specific role for me to... I don't get why she's, like, that's, like, super popular. Like the Genki girl, okay, she's great at. But, like, anything but Genki, oh, nope. Rewind, please.
So you think me talking wrong was not a good fitting role?
No, I don't think so.
Fair. Or what about Nagato from Conclave?
Not bad.
I guess you appreciate her more when she's like embracing her more childish side.
Yeah, and I did not like her as Nao from Charlotte. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But, I did not, like, as much as I hate Kokoa, she wasn't bad as Kokoa. Or Yotsuba. Like, she wasn't terrible. But anyways, yeah, I'm just like, yo, dog, this looks like Shadow. Short-haired blonde girl. Yeah, I can see it.
But very different personalities, I believe.
Yeah, very different. Like, Shadow's a scaredy cat.
Shadow's like far more panicky, and Mom is like more manipulative.
Very manipulative, yes.
I still pretend to be like, very, very happy-go-lucky, but deep down she just be like, I'm really just in this for your cash.
Yep. And I'm just going, oh, great. But overall, in terms of the package, well, you're meant to transform. Here's the awkward part. If you're not facing a level 3, you're stuck between a 6.5 and a 7K on offense. And this has to crash in. But at the same time, the people are playing either level 1s or early plays nowadays. What's a level 2?
Right.
Unless they're standby.
Mm-hmm. Maybe with standby, I still probably fit in early play somewhere.
Right. The majority of them still do. I mean, I'll bring it up once again. Princess Connect. The majority of them will play either Saren or Kyoru. Most likely Kyoru. I don't know why that. I don't know, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Kyoru. I'm really not. But, honestly, I'm going to niche both of these cards.
Yeah, getting this is fair.
like they're not god awful. Oh, and in limited, even as uncommons, I doubt you're likely to find more than one of each.
Right, it's kind of a problem. Like, the level 3 killer might be like a thing you might want to chase after if you had to.
Because the majority of people are not going to grab the so annoying part.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that was a bitch. That was a bitch to translate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What a bitch. Alright, next.
Yes. So we now have first girlfriend, Mommy, 001,000. She's a global 500 to all other rental girlfriend characters. And at the beginning of your quest phase, choose one of your characters with Mommy in its card name and it gets 1,000 power until end of turn.
Oh, hooray!
Yay, waifu stuff.
This is waifu trash, man.
Yeah, so I'm auto missing this.
Man, is it time already? Is it time? No, it has to get the niche.
It's gonna be like, you could really say this card deserves that?
And I have been harsher. But,
Alright.
No, I'm trying to keep that rating as low as possible in this review.
Okay. Well,
At least in this particular section.
alright. Well, let's just keep moving on then.
Next. Bungee Jump Confession Mommy. 002K. When this enters the battlefield, if your opponent has one or fewer other characters in front row, choose an opponent's cost 0 and destroy it. And when this card dies, you get paid 2, salvage a rental. Salvage a copy from your grave.
Okay. First sentence. Okay. Hey, free obliterate. If you're going, your opponent goes first, you're going second, yay. Second part, well, as we would let you say here, Bushi, your math still don't add up, even in the year 2021.
Yo, duh, I'm surprised they still put that sentence on cards nowadays.
Well, at least if anything, this is a common, so they may get a pass on that.
I'd rather just play this for the removal.
And that's perfectly
This is
fine.
a removal spell. This is a removal spell on left.
Alright, and we think about limited here.
Desperate for advantage? Sure.
Yeah, you really need the floater and you really can't run into anything else. Yeah? And hey, and maybe it can, you're going second, boom, bye.
Are you gonna destroy and fucking limited?
What was that?
What are you gonna destroy Unlimited, man?
I just say if you're going second, just pop that turn 1 play.
Oh yeah, that is true. Like, oh, I don't know, spoiler alert, they're easy. That's an excellent thing to destroy.
Right.
Actually, that's the fucking stall of the set.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Fucking...
You use a calm him to get rid of an armor versus Rizé.
Oh yeah, fucking destroy it. Really? Yeah. Straight up destroy.
No battle.
No battle?
My battle is your face.
And if you're desperate for advantage, I guess the pay 2 worth it? Question mark.
Like in limited, I could see the argument because a lot of the good advantage cards are higher rarity in general.
True, but are we still? But man, Bushy, your math still doesn't add up.
Right. So overall,
You know what? You know what? Do I want to this card? Niche.
Yeah, I think it irons out killing this.
I could have given this the playable mind. I thought, no, a removal spell isn't that good.
Right.
It
Because unlike the through the viewfinder mummy, this is really only effective on the first turn if you're going second.
This is like Murder versus Doomblade.
Cuck.
Hey man, Doomblade costs 2 mana versus 3.
Cuck.
Yes, Tech W is appropriate. Next.
Alright. Person of Destiny, Mommy, 002500. Also, this ability activates up to once per turn. When this card becomes reversed in battle, reveal the top card in your deck. If it is a level 2 or higher card, rest this. Or you may rest this card.
Is this Gay Bulge?
No, Gay Bulge bounces back to your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They purposely don't want to make true coin flips that go back to your hand because they realize, wait, this is not exactly this could be a problem.
Joe? Hello? Joe?
Well, I'm talking about coin flips specifically, not jumper Joes.
Right, but Joes exist for a reason, dude.
They do.
Hello?
They do.
Like, Joes are easier to get off than coin flips.
They are. But coin flips usually also have like the higher stat line.
500 extra power. Big fucking whoop. Actually, no, that 500 can fucking matter.
Yeah?
This can drop searches for free.
Yeah, this could potentially timely cost this again, go back to your hand or be rested in this case.
Right, I probably like this. Isn't Gate Bulge only a 2K, by the way?
No, it's a 25.
Oh shit!
You're funny. 2K. This motherfucker.
Fate tax.
Fate tax, really? What fate tax has there actually been? I would actually like to see it.
I don't know, man. Ask a certain fate.
I don't see it as fate tax.
Ask a certain fate.
The tax, quote unquote, would be like the fact that over half of his card pool is before the year 2015. So remember, Fate was one of the actual first sets in the game.
Right.
And Holo actually has the game come out that long later.
Oof. Oof.
And then early 2010s gave us Fate Zero, both that and the extra booster.
What the fuck is a UPW, man?
That was like 2014, 2015? I don't remember the exact year anymore. Again 2015, again 2016 for UBW2. Again, like 2018 for Heaven's Feel.
And then Heaven's Feel Volume 2 just came out in December, so.
Right.
Fuck your fine, no, man. I don't know. I don't speak Fate. Ask a certain Fate fanboy.
I mean, I'm not a Fate fanboy, but it's more of I've just been this game for very long. And one of the players I've had to help a lot was a Fate player, so. Well, several players I've had to help were Fate players. More than one. Plural, excuse me.
What's next? Fate Grand Order players fucking knocking on your door and asking for help?
Look, well, that may happen once that guy invests into Fate Grand Order.
Oh boy.
Because he already invested into Apocrypha, but this guy like it's not that it's not like he dislikes original Fate, but he likes the dynamics of Apocrypha and Grand Order more.
Doesn't he realize that Apocrypha and Weiss is a fucking dumpster fire?
He's not playing Weiss Schwarz as a true competitive game.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope. Well, then I hope he has the heart of the cards on his side, because he's gonna get destroyed quite often.
No, well, I guess it's a different story for a different time. But anyway, so
Person of Destiny Mommy.
Yeah.
You know what? In limited, like, No.
No, because you probably don't want to pack your deck full of level 2s and 3s anyway in limited.
Sure, this could recur itself, but
You have like a very low chance. Like if you're lucky, maybe a quarter of the time she'll go off.
which is terrible odds.
Yeah. Like,
I'd rather
even in dedicated coin flip decks, like it's called coin flip because about half your cards will allow this to go off.
Like, I'd rather just play a literal vanilla 003k vanilla over this. That has a better chance of fucking living.
Unironically.
Literal vanilla, guys, doesn't do anything. What does it do? Literally nothing. It's a vanilla.
It punches you for 3k.
That's all it does. No, I would say it punches you for 1 in that case. Because you refers to the actual player, so...
You're right.
Here.
It punches your characters with 3k power.
It punches you for... It punches your ass for 1. Punches your ass for 1? In constructed. Do we even have enough cards in Mommy Waifu to make this viable?
No.
No? Okay.
Only if you play the package. Tell me so earlier. Then maybe.
What, fucking 12 level 3s?
Well, do you even have 2 level 3 mommies?
Yeah, the early play and the finisher.
That's only 8.
The event.
Oh, the event. You're right. 12 level 3s, and then the package is 8 more cards.
That's 20.
That's 20. It's possible.
It's possible, but... Like, this is one of your few level 0 floodlighters in Mommy Waifu, man.
So yes it is, right?
What would I give Gay Bulge if we were reviewing him today?
I personally give it memes because Coin Flip Fate is hilarious.
Flop it. Meme it is.
You're giving this one meme.
Actually, no, I'll give this to Niche.
No. The reason why I would give Kukulane meme is because you get to unironically do things like the Gang of Babylon combo.
Right, that shoots a bunch of missiles at your opponent.
Right, like just thinking like all these ones. and you get to also play the you also get to play Miki clone. As well, and you have Musashi with like higher chances of hitting 2s and 3s.
You know that Fate Apocrypha. You know that Fate actually has a Miki, right?
Yeah, that's why I said Miki clone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next.
I know. I tried to build the deck before, or not try to build it. Theory craft the deck.
I was about to say that deck is extremely expensive for
It
me.
is, yeah.
Usual Mood Mommy. You see, this one was easy to translate. Like, you can tell just by card image, and be like, yo, dog, this don't be fucking seaweed.
I thought those are leaves on her shoulders.
No, that's... I think those are just her...
Aprons, some straps to like overalls, or...
Yeah, I was thinking those are just her overalls, man.
Alright.
Alright, 1045. When this card attacks, if you have 2 or more other guys on the field, you may pay 1. If you do, this card becomes a vanilla and hits your ass for 3.
Hits your ass for 3. Like, I'm just like, Lamar, what the fuck?
and man, that's the Lamau. It's the Lamau style read. Hits your ass for 3.
Pay out that choice I triggered on a previous attack escalated.
Hiya!
Alright, okay. In limited,
hilarious as fuck.
Yeah, sometimes damage wins if you can't get more power on the board.
And man, this is actually a good common in limited because Tuso beaters are a fucking commodity in limited.
They are because they're usually on the higher rarity. They're usually R's or higher.
So Mommy just goes, Yo, dog, you have one stock? Yeah, I'm gonna hit them for 3. Let's fucking go, boys.
Or hey, sometimes you could unironically side for game.
Oh yeah, that's fucking true.
Like with plus soul climax, you have 4. Side
That's
level
fucking-
3 for 1 for game.
It's fucking good. And remember, she becomes a vanilla too. So she isn't terrible offensive wise.
Right, you could get rid of those pesky 5k mongrels.
Hell, you tie with Kirito combo. Well, unless they have fucking Spriggan on the board.
Yeah, well, Spring could be like, what?
No. Spriggan goes, yeah, dog, I'm 6k. I'm like, fuck.
Fuck.
And then, am I lying? Is my commentary off?
No, not even.
But in constructed, no.
But
Well, actually, no. This isn't terrible as a waifu deck.
yeah, you know, in a waifu deck, it's not too shabby. But overall, I had to give this none other than the meme.
Meme, huh?
Meme. Because...
Playable minus.
Okay.
I'm gonna be bold here and go playable minus. Here's why it's being playable minus. Number 1, limited. 2, hey man, waifu desperately needs something. And
yeah.
you know what's funny is you could put 3 usual moods up and put 2 mongrels in the fucking back. Play the bounce trigger. Let's fucking go, boys.
Stonks.
Stonks. You gain card advantage is first off king, and you hit your opponent hard.
Potentially 12 damage base.
Let's fucking get it. Send your opponent to level 3. Let's go, boys. It is quite hilarious, and I'd love to see that in limited. / waifu tournaments. You know, Mami isn't shaping up to be a terrible waifu deck.
She's not.
I mean, though probably Chorizo probably makes a better deck. Chorizo or Ruka probably makes a better deck.
It's those characters. Anyway, it doesn't help that they also have access to 2 colors.
True. Well, Mami is limited to just these cards that we see here.
Right. All right. Well. Let's get
Also.
Sorry, you were saying.
Oh no! I thought the numbers were wrong here. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man.
No, the numbers should be good now.
Okay, next.
All right. Cheerful Greek Mommy 10-4500. Continuous during your turn, this card gets power plus 500 for each of your other rental girlfriend characters. And although at the beginning of your requirement space, you may pay the cost of discard 1 rental girlfriend character from your hand. If you do, choose the character facing this card and one of your opponent's other level 1 or lower characters, exchange their positions, and stand them.
Cue the Imperial March here. Yo, dog, since when did Bobby learn the Force?
Right.
Like, what? Can you blame me, man?
I do not blame you for thinking that, because this definitely feels quite forced.
Like, dun 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 dun. You know what's funny is, Bobby is better at doing the Force than fucking Darth Vader himself. Darth Vader requires an entire board of red guys. Bobby just goes, pitch card, Force.
No. OP. No, of course, Darth Vader can choose anything. It being like some pesky 2-1 in the back row.
Right. So Mami is not nearly as good at doing the Force.
Overall. But hey, you know what? Your opponent's crushing on that brainstorm or something back there? Bye.
Die. Oh, this is excellent against Soul Sleeper. Oh man, I see that brainstorm that back there. Yeah, it's dead. What do you mean it's dead? I'm forcing it up. God damn it. Like, he would really hate playing against Star Wars.
Has he ever played against Star Wars?
Nope,
Okay.
I don't own it. But he hates Force in general.
I do not blame him for thinking that. I honestly speaking, I feel a lot of people hate Force because they're like, My back row is sacred, man.
No. Actions have consequences.
I know, it never was.
I thought my back row was safe.
Like, you know the meme of like the two astronauts and it's like the always has been meme?
Yep.
In Star, if you're playing in Star Wars, it'd be like, wait, my back row's not sacred. Horse lightsaber right by your neck. It never was.
Damn. Like, I love this card just by design. It's like, yo, it's proof that somebody in Bushy Road already agrees with actions have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you value your brains. It's either my level 1 combo or my brainstorm. You can choose. You want to force my brainstorm forward? Go ahead. That means my level 1 combo is safe for the time being.
Right.
You know, make the choice difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I think the majority of people though would choose your level 1 combo to die over your brainstorm in that case.
Right, but usually, you know, it's not all the time that your opponent tri-fields their level 1 combo.
Unless they're Soul Sleeper.
Right, but outside of like those chances, you know, there should be some kind of character you're like, that could live, and I don't care.
Hey, this also fucks standby. You're expecting me to deal with the 2/2, you funny.
I know, we'll trade out this QQ for that brainstorm back there.
Oh, in the Sharon matchup. 2/2 Tuppy is up. No, you mean your Yosuro brainstorm is up. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, you right? Oh shit, you right? Hey man, would you pay the trade to save her, or is she dead?
She
dead. Like shit, you're just like fucking. So, have my brainstorm.
Rewrite Kick and Rico will get her back.
True, and mommy cannot force her up.
Nope. But okay, looking at this card in a limited setting, well, some people do build around back row in limited, believe it or not.
Actually, in limited, this is amazing in limited because, dude, destroy their only plussing card.
Right, brainstorms are usually one of your few ways to actually plus in limited.
Well, have fun clocking for the rest of the game.
Right, and you know they also lose access to that delicious deck facing.
You know, I could see some people unironically paying the trade
in limited to say brainstorm. Yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
Would you?
If I knew in my deck that my brainstorms were my only way to like gain advantage, probably.
Stonks! I just pitched a card to make you pay the trade.
That's pretty stonks.
Like, now, even in Bushy Road math, I came out ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Even in Bushy Road math, but in reality, oh hell no. That exchange definitely was not even close to equal. You pitched a single card to make me pay 3 stock? Yeah. Yeah, I'll ditch one for a time walk here. I'll take that. And the fact that this is an Ellie club, like it gets fucking 6/5. This is gonna destroy any.
Only on your own turn, so not true Ellie.
But hey, man, it's a proper yellow card.
It's a proper yellow card during your turn. Proper yellow, yes.
But wait a second, was forcing yellow? I can't remember.
Yellow was mainly the people that didn't use the Force. Like, yeah, it was Poe, Han Solo, Chewbacca, because like the Jedi were blue, the Sith were red. Yellow was usually non-Force rebels.
And what was green? Jabba the Hutt and his minions?
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt and co.
Like, I remember Boba Fett being green.
Yeah, pretty much other villains.
Other villains, okay. So, not the cool guys.
Yeah.
Club is in red.
Yeah, Sith red, green other villains, blue anyone that's somehow left of the Jedi Order / Force sensitives.
Where was Obi-Wan? Blue, right?
He should be in blue, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, R2D2 is also in blue, but for
That's a given, dude.
yeah. Well, I mean, R2D2 is not technically a Jedi.
Right, but he's with the Jedi's though.
He's allied with the Jedi.
Right, so it makes sense flavor-wise. That's why R2D2 is blue.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the what color is the Millennium Falcon?
Yellow.
Yellow? Oh, okay.
Because it's Han Solo's.
Oh, right. I'm used to calling his ass Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. You're not wrong.
He is. He looks like Harrison, dude. He is.
Gang.
I mean, he is played by Harrison, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Harrison when he was still young-ish.
I mean, hey, he did reprise his role in the new trilogy.
But he's old as fuck now, dude.
Like, hey, for the sake of the story, they at least chose to make it work out.
That's true. I mean,
like as much of a dumpster fire the new trilogy was, you can't deny that they did do like a good fan service by bringing back all of these old actors.
Of course. They brought Mark Hamill back too, dude.
Yeah, Mark Hamill of all people, even though like he didn't really like get to speak in the first one.
Well, I mean,
he wasn't meant to, of course.
But at the same time, I think Mark is more famous for playing the Joker at this point.
Never forget Mark Hamill as Goro Majima in Yakuza dub.
He did. And what's funny is, wait, why do I hear the Joker as Goro? Wait, that is Mark Hamill, literally. I mean, dude, they hired Hollywood actors for the P5 dub.
Right, like no, it's funny because I think at this point like Mark Hamill doesn't even want people to like really remember him for Star Wars all that much anymore. I don't blame him because I don't think he overall approved of what happened with the new trilogy.
Of course, a lot of people. Well, again, dude, I associate with him with being the Joker.
That's fair.
Like, Mark Hamill's voice is so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think they could ever replace him. I mean, it'd be like saying Kevin Conroy Batman anymore.
Well, some people did grow up more with Christian Bale.
What? Kevin Conroy has been voicing Batman since the '90s, dude.
Oh, you're talking about animated Batman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, animated Batman. Like in Batman Ninja. They had somebody else voicing Batman. I'm just like, this ain't Batman.
I mean,
where's Kevin Conroy?
Would you rather Batman Ninja or Batman Beyond?
I actually like Terry McGinnis. I actually like Terry McGinnis, actually. I think he makes a fine Batman, actually. Okay, I think he's a little over-reliant on the suit. But I think that McGinnis actually makes a good Batman. And yes, having Kevin Conroy play an extremely old Bruce, not the best decision. But I think people would throw out their pitchforks if he didn't play even the extremely old Bruce. Like, for God's sake, Bruce is almost 100 years old.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to Mommy here.
Back to Mommy. You know what? You're going to be kind of surprised by this one, actually.
Oh, do tell.
The Sparkling Doge.
This is Sparkly Doge?
Mm-hmm. Like, in Limited, oh my god, one of the best cards.
Right.
Like,
I was going to be nice, but I wasn't going to be that nice. I guess it's solid playable. It's not the end-all be-all whatsoever.
Okay, dude. Force fucks over so many different decks.
It does.
It's not funny.
It does, but I do not think it should be the end-all be-all in being able to work.
Fair enough. Now, of course, the Sparkling Doge makes me go, Well, again, were you surprised by the Sparkling Doge?
A little bit, yes, actually.
I mean, I've only given out, what, one other Sparkling Doge in this review so far?
I believe so.
Wow. Alright, last card.
Alrighty.
Unfulfilled Promise. 1/1/1K. This is a 2K counter. When you use the counter, if you have 2 or more others, look at your opponent's hand.
Alright, so we kind of talked about looking at hands back when we talked about Finn, Brainstorm, back in Adventure Time. And, you know, as a quick reminder, unless your opponents are playing like some strategies you just have never seen before, you probably know at least half their hand at worst.
Right, and it's... Well, again, this doesn't really provide much value. Like, yes, you know your opponent's hand. Like, the most information you can gather from it is, okay, they have an anti-change in their hand.
Or maybe they have like more excess promises than you gave them credit for.
Right. Like, that's like the best information you could really ascertain from knowing your opponent's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't, like, again, Bushy Road is never going to print forceful discard.
If Gamma True will be like, so, about Akinari.
Akinari can remain in the Shadow Realm. But at the same time, I just go, like, this card doesn't really do much, honestly.
No, it's effectively just a vanilla 2K backup.
I'd rather have board encounter.
You're right.
Or why couldn't this be free? Just to ascertain what? 1-2 cards at best? In a lot of cases?
Right, like, if it was free, it would only be like a 1K backup, probably.
Fair enough. I mostly fish for information. Like, the worse you are at this game, the better this card is for you. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but the worse you are at this game, the better this card is for you. Like, if you know nothing about your opponent's set, like, let's say you don't do any set research whatsoever. You're in Rochester. You're fucking luck of the Irish your way through it. I don't know why you would spend the close to $1,000 to go to Rochester.
Chances are you probably qualified at Rochester in that case.
Rochester's pretty fucking sweaty, dude.
It is.
But again,
and hey, sometimes, and you know what? As much as people don't want to admit it, sometimes Luck of the Irish wins tournaments.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. For all of you people that rely on charts and math to win, Luck of the Irish will beat you almost every time. Like, literally. Look, they're like, he had a 1% chance of victory. 1% happened. The 1% happened. I hope you have your alcohol ready. Because you're gonna fucking need it.
And have your lyric sheet for Baka Mitai ready too.
Yeah, pretty much, because you're done, and Mr. Luck of the Irish advanced in the tournament. But regardless, I just go, for those of us, but for the other 99% of us,
do you imply that only 1% of players would not know enough to be able to guess what's in the opponent's hand?
No. I'm talking about the non-Luck of the Irish players.
Oh, okay.
But for the rest of us that are actually knowledgeable about this game, like, there's a good sizable portion of players, like, out of 100 Weiss players, at any given point in time, if your memory is an absolute shit, like if your memory is an absolute shit, you know, 5 out of 7 cards in hand, at least, if not more.
Right. Like you should go 3 to 4 because they were actually revealed in public zones.
Right.
And the others, your other 1 or 2, you're inferring, and you'd most likely be right.
Most likely, I mean, again, like you said earlier, unless it's a strategy you've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, surprise factor can win in Weiss Schwarz. I don't want to deny that. Because...
Like, what? Like, people have to stop thinking that Weiss Schwarz is some closed, automatically solved game. It really isn't. Like the design space allows for all sorts of crap to win. Like, this game is honestly more diverse and open in terms of tactics than people seem to give it credit for.
Right. A lot of people think this game is very linear. It's not. Like, especially if you listen to a lot of boring, yeah, you'll honestly think this game is very linear and solved. This game isn't even close. Then why do we see, offshoots, off meta deck?
Right, and you know what, and there will remain a sizable population of the community that don't care about playing what's necessarily the best decks, but more of, I want to play my favorite deck.
Right, like a waifu deck, or even one true pair, or anything like that, a theme deck in some cases.
And while those are not consistent on paper, maybe on a given day they could actually do very well.
Consistency is not king in this game. Consistency is definitely not king in this game.
Because this game, like, sure, you can have all the consistency enhancement tools you want in your deck, but how does that stop your opponent from god canceling you?
Or you just eating everything.
Right. Like those consistency enhancers don't prevent you from just eating 14 on a single turn.
It happens all the time. It happens to this game. Like, this game does not allow a single person to remain king.
Right, like you could be sitting comfy at 1-2, your opponent's at 3-1, but they win the game because your luck chose to crap out at the final critical turns of the game.
And they got canceled.
Mm-hmm. Like, it happens. I'm here to tell the tale.
I've been on both ends.
Yep. Happened at my... Yep, same. Like, I was at 3-0 against this guy at 0-6. I win.
Yep, well,
and again, opposite happened. I'm at, 1-3, my opponent's at 3-2. They win.
You couldn't put the last 5 points.
I couldn't.
This isn't like Magic where, once a certain game state is achieved, you win because there's zero your opponent can do. No, this game was not built like that.
Right. The game allows both players to have several opportunities to come back.
Like, Bushiroad purposely didn't do that.
Like, Bushiroad made it so that a person who played the game for only about 3 months has that much more of a chance against a player who's been playing this game since the very beginning.
A trial deck could take down the best decks in the game.
Mm-hmm. Sure, it won't happen too often, but it's not impossible.
Never discount the possibility. And of course, a lot of these same players go, well, those possibilities aren't worth discussing. I'm like, they're worth discussing every time because it happens. And how do you prevent that from happening? You kind of don't. But again, it's kind of funny because I think the player base just wants to produce clones of themselves. Like, I'm just going, instead of producing a clone for yourself, present the information to a new player and let them interpret the information how they please.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're free to be a resource, but no one has given you any right to shape a player.
I tried to do that with Soul Sleeper initially. It didn't work.
Because
I tried to produce a clone of myself.
But some people just simply don't want to play your Weiss Schwarz. They want to play their Weiss Schwarz, my way or the highway.
And I just let him shape into a different player. He's a threat. Mostly because of non-gameplay factors, but again, mostly due to luck and unorthodox deck building and playstyle. He doesn't win through quote-unquote skill. But his skill is being unpredictable. That's his skill.
Like, sometimes you gotta play more to your individual strengths than just follow the crowd.
Again, that's how he wins. And you know what? I use that to my advantage. I would use that to my advantage, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back to Mommy. Can I resist?
Now, I'll give you one argument. This is the only counter you have in this corner.
So, in Mommy Waifu, this is your only option.
Right, so you do want to defend you will need to defend at 11k 2-1. There you go.
Or your finisher.
Mm-hmm. Like, you need to give her another round because you saw that choice in your hand that's still there. Go for it. Or you just need to defend to have a 2-soul beater online and open up a lane to get more damage in.
God damn it, Limited. Niche it is.
Mm-hmm.
Limited saved this card.
Yeah, because in Limited, you want to know... Because in Limited, you really don't know what your opponent's doing. Period.
Right, even if they are a highly skilled player.
Like, you don't know how they're drafting. You don't know what... Sometimes you don't really know what your deck is going to be until, like, the 5th or 6th pack.
Man. And that box of 20 is going to go through quick.
Right, but, even in Magic, sometimes you just have to switch up your deck building because you see a different card. Like, I'm going to go on a little tangent here. I drafted Throne of Eldraine with some friends.
Oh boy.
One of my friends chose to partner up with another person to be one of them's actually playing, the other one's just kind of there to help a little bit, right?
Uh-huh.
And this pair, around they were going for a different strategy in their first 5 packs or something. Then they run into, we didn't know at the time because they're being secretive, but they're they see a card, they're okay, I think we have to switch our strategy of deck building from this point onwards because we pulled this. They pulled none other than Occult Default Crowns.
Wow.
And of course, by just pulling that card, they were able to and we were playing a free-for-all style of draft too. So we were playing 4-way, right? Well, not a true free-for-all. It's more you're assigned a person to win against. And if you win against that person, you win that pod.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we're already over I think 7 or so packs in, and they're oh, we see Occult Default Crowns, we gotta rebuild this deck, or we gotta rethink about what we take from these for the rest of this draft.
Dang.
Sometimes that's what happens when you draft. You're just oh, I suddenly see this double R. Okay, I gotta change up the way I pull now.
Yeah, Oko is definitely a card that you that warps your deck.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and of course, Oko does work no matter where he is. I think
Literally.
you've read that parody article about Oko threatening the state of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh no.
All right, but all in all, well, given that we were just really going through Mommy, like Mommy Waifu, not too shabby. Some of these yellow cards also not too bad. Of
Definitely
course,
not too bad.
like we seen some shaky design. We've seen some good design.
And please continue with the good design, Bushy.
Like we're seeing steps in the right direction. We don't want to turn this into one step forward and two steps back thing.
Right.
So, any other final words for you, Gavin?
Well, Mommy Waifu isn't terrible. If it wasn't for my personal vendetta, well, we would have avoided. We would have avoided the oof. The oof counter. The oof counter will have been literal 0 this time, but she just had to.
Vendetta Soapy.
She just had to ruin one of my favorite cards.
It'd be like that. Alright, so I guess with that, that'll be all from us for here. So with that, be sure to like this video, share it out, subscribe if you haven't already for some reason, because all of these.
Help the YouTube algorithm out.
Alright. And of course, if you also want to support us, we can, we also have a, you can also go ahead and become a patron or buy us a cup of coffee. And with that, we'll see you all next time. Yeah, as Gavin was trying to say, we could use the extra cash to continue making stuff like this for y'all. Alright, and with that, we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.